Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from the University Village Apartments on Walker Road in the North Jackson, Tennessee area, ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate data and share with you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. Hold on just a second, please. Turned out to be not too bad of a day. It's a beautiful evening going on tonight. I just walked outside and saw the skies almost clear, a beautiful, about full moon shining. Temperature is down to 67 degrees. Very nice and pleasant out there. It was a little on the foggy side early this morning. We had a little bit more rain again this morning, or at least early in the afternoon, and a few locations had some, including me. I had, how much was it? 1400s here in North Jackson on Walker Road. Bemis had 3000s. I went personally to check that one out on B Street. Melissa's had, how much was it? 6300s, but that was yesterday's rain. Friday, they had 6300s in the Melissa's area. Remember, Bemis had an inch, and I had 7000s here. And that was from Saturday's rain, Friday's rain, rather. But today's, I haven't got a report from Melissa's yet, but I know Bemis had 3000s, and I had 1400s today since midnight. All right, let me move on to yesterday's climate data. Yesterday's low temperature was 63 degrees. Yesterday's high was 71 degrees. And like I mentioned, I had 70 hundredths of an inch of rainfall here in North Jackson yesterday. And I believe my friend Mr. Eddie Holmes, who lives at the North Park area of North Jackson, he also had 70 hundredths. And I believe the airport had half an inch. That was yesterday, though. That was yesterday. All right. Let me see. West Tennessee's hottest high, or warmest high yesterday was, no, I gave you that, 63 and 71 here in North Jackson. The West Tennessee's warmest high was 76 at the Memphis, Tennessee airport. West Tennessee's coolest low yesterday morning was 61 degrees at Huntington and at Union City, Tennessee. Yesterday's highest wind gust was 16 miles per hour, and that occurred out of the north at 1:35 a.m. Now today's climate summary, as of 5 p.m., I want to go back a little bit here briefly. The skies were cloudy at 6 p.m. weather, and the temperature at that time was 69 degrees. But again, at 9 o'clock, the skies are basically clear, and the temperature was 67 degrees. Now, back at 6 o'clock, the dew point was 69 degrees, given a humidity of 100%. The winds were out of the south at 6 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.98 inches of mercury. Now, today's low temperature was 60 degrees. Today's high was 76 degrees here in North Jackson, and like I mentioned, 1400ths of an inch of rainfall here since midnight, 3/10 of an inch in the Bemis area of South Madison County. The lowest humidity today would be 78%, and that was at 10 a.m., while the highest would be 100%. And that occurred several hours today. Occurred from 12 through 8 a.m. and then again from 3 through 6 p.m. Today's lowest barometric pressure would be 29.98 inches, and that happened at 6 p.m., while the highest would be 30.10 inches, and that occurred at 12 a.m. Today's highest wind gust so far has been 13 miles per hour out of the south at 2:20 p.m. Now today's records for November the 4th. Today's hottest high would be 82 degrees. It's cooled off a little bit, hadn't it? For the past few days. 82 degrees for the hottest high in 1987 was when that happened. 37 would be the coolest high in 1991. That's right, 37 degrees for a high in 1991 on November the 4th. The warmest low would be 64 degrees in the year 2015, just 2 years ago, while the coldest low would be 19 degrees, and that occurred in 1991. Today's rainfall record would be 1.14 inches, and that happened in 1959. Alrighty, let me go ahead and share with you a few graphs, and that'll be moving on tonight, I guess. Alright, let me start with the national radar and then move down the line. I believe the rain and the storms are over for tonight. I'll give you a little hint. It probably will be generally very cloudy tomorrow, but mostly cloudy to very cloudy. But thunderstorms are expected to come back tomorrow night, somewhere around 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night, or before midnight, and then be on and off almost all day Monday. So that's kind of give you a hint to what to expect. So more storms and rain is coming back, I'd say around midnight tomorrow night, roughly. Alright, let me move on to the radar that I was going to show you. This is the national radar. Thank you, AccuWeather. As you can see, Jackson, Tennessee right now is okay. That's that little pin right there that you'll see. Right here is us, right here in Jackson, Tennessee, right there, where that pin's pointing, is Jackson. And you can see from this one, get that light a little out of the way, it's almost too bright for me. As you can see, there is some storms down in Georgia, northern Georgia, maybe a little blimp here and there in middle Tennessee. But most of the storms is well off to the east of us, off of the North Carolina coast, matter of fact. And some up there in Virginia, Pennsylvania, and even some snow way up there in Maine, crossing over into Canada. And boy, look at this snow up here in the northern plains. My goodness. Don't know if it's accumulating up there or not, but snowing pretty good up there in northern Minnesota, the Dakotas, and Wyoming, and Montana, portions of Idaho and Nebraska, and mixing in with some rain in Colorado. There's some snow in the mountains in Colorado, though, and on further west into parts of Utah, Nebraska, and even California. And it looks like it's rain mixed with snow up in the northwestern part of the U.S., especially there in eastern Washington State, Idaho, northern Idaho, and western Montana. Kind of give you an idea of where the snow is there. Otherwise, the nation's not that bad a shape, if you want to look at it from the national viewpoint. Alright, now let's move on to the satellite picture, enhanced version. I probably should have went national on it, but I just wanted to show you how nice and clear out there it is at the moment in our area, and expected to possibly remain that way most of tonight. There are breaks in the clouds. There are some clouds to our west over in Arkansas that's drifting our way over here. These are moving in our direction, but in the meantime, we're in a clear spot out there. So we're going to be kind of like very cloudy overnight and to a good part of tomorrow before it actually becomes cloudy, partially thanks to these clouds right along the edge of western Oklahoma and Kansas. They're going to get a little thicker later on tonight and move our way. But in the meantime, it doesn't look, hey, look how beautiful Florida is down there. Almost not a cloud in the sky statewide, my goodness. Really nice over there, nice east of us, not bad to the south of us, and so-so to the north of us. Is that a good description of the weather tonight? So-so? Depends on how you want to look at it, I guess, my friends. But right now, we got a beautiful night coming. No storms in the immediate future. They're at least a good 24 hours away, probably. This is what my estimation is right now. All right, let's move on to the current service map. Thanks to the Weather Channel. And boy, look at that wiggly front there. Good Lord. Starts off with a cold front out here. Atlantic coming into Georgia. Swinging up as a warm front through East Tennessee, way on up there to Chicago. Swings back down to a low near St. Louis to a stationary front on over to Kansas. Then way on over here to Colorado, and then you can see the other fronts and you see where it's snowing and stuff around the nation there. This is a still satellite where I'm at the radar, where the other one was moving. There you see where the fronts, the lows, and highs, and all of them are, and go from there. Really, it's not that terrible. Not that bad of a map at the moment. Alrighty, and our beautiful weather will continue until we get those storms coming in Monday. Alrighty, speaking of that, let me go ahead and go on to the forecast. Of course, remember, tonight is the last night of daylight savings time. I hope you enjoyed the sunlight while it lasted. Tomorrow night it will be getting darker early. It'll be daylight early in the morning too, by the way. For the rest of the night, I was going to call it very cloudy, with the low temperature tomorrow morning near 65 degrees. And we're not far from there right now, matter of fact. What was it, 67? Well, the low tomorrow morning is not going to go much further than what it is now. Well, it should get on up to about 79 degrees tomorrow, so it could be, hey, close to 80 degrees. It's going to get on up there tomorrow. And it looks like it's going to be generally very cloudy to mostly cloudy till noon, then becoming very cloudy again. It's going to be back and forth, some sunshine, some clouds, back and forth. And remember, Central Daylight Time ends and Central Standard Time begins tonight at 2 a.m. So before you go to bed, be sure to set your timepieces or whatever you have back 1 hour, especially at 2 a.m. back to 1 a.m. so you'll be on time tomorrow, whatever you may do, church activities, whatever it may be. And we should have south winds, by the way, at 15 to 30 miles per hour on average tonight. The sunset tonight at 5:57 p.m. and be rising tomorrow morning at 6:21 a.m. and be setting tomorrow evening at 4:56 p.m. and be rising Monday morning at 6:22 a.m. The moon rose at 6:47 p.m. It'll be setting tomorrow morning at 7:35 a.m. and be rising tomorrow evening at 6:35 p.m. And yes, the full moon is complete tonight, and it's beautiful out there. Alrighty. Monday's forecast is calling for, the thunderstorms will probably come in a little bit before midnight, 10, 11, or 12 o'clock tomorrow night, probably, and carry on over into Monday with a 90% chance of some showers and thunderstorms on Monday, with low near 66 and a high of 68. So it's not going to go very far Monday. The temperature may rise 2 degrees all day. It's possible, with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And by Tuesday, it looks like it's going to be very cloudy with, I thought I hit that right. There we go. Tuesday, very cloudy with a 60% chance of more showers and thunderstorms. I believe they'll let up a little bit toward Tuesday night after 9 o'clock or before midnight. It may actually start easing up about that time. With a low near 59 and a high of 61, with north winds of 10 to 20. And on Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies continue till Wednesday night, sunset, then becoming fair, finally. With a low near 46 and a high of 54, with north winds of 10 to 20. Next Thursday, mostly clear, with low finally all day, with a low near 38 and a high of 58, with north winds of 10 to 20. Alrighty, that's it for tonight, folks. I hope all of you have a very pleasant Saturday night, November the 4th, 2017. Hope you all have sweet dreams. Wake up to a beautiful Sunday morning, November the 5th, 2017. And remember, set your clocks back 1 hour tonight when you go to bed so that you'll be on time tomorrow morning. And once again, the sun will be rising tomorrow morning at 6:21 a.m. and setting at 4:56 p.m. tomorrow evening, and the moon will be setting tomorrow morning at 7:35 a.m. as a full moon, and it'll be rising tomorrow afternoon or evening at 6:35 p.m. Central Standard Time. Alrighty. Good night, folks. God bless you. I hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. And until then, good night and God bless.